Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna, those are the only two candidates that people are believing in from ODM side. When you look at other politicians like Miri Odhiambo, Gladys Wanga, they are too divisive to fall in the leadership of this particular party. What Baba wanted for his own party, for his own legacy, was to stay in the government or to watch the government, or it was to help the government succeed. You know, we have to differentiate between this particular two terminology. You want us to support you until the end, or you want us to support your agenda until the end. Two different things. I listened to Baba last speech when he was addressing his own party, and I can clearly say that Baba was there to support the country to have peace. Number two, he was there to support William Samoei Ruto to succeed in this particular term, because let us dive into it in a normal way. All of us want the country to succeed, because once the country doesn't succeed, we are going to suffer, both economically, whatever. Even the political instability is going to torment us to the end. We all know that. But here comes another agenda. William Ruto, can he keep his own word? Can he believe to keep his own word? Has he ever betrayed someone before? So I'm going to talk about the 8 bills that were passed. They were passed under the grief of Raila Odinga. And I can generally say that President Ruto took the advantage of the grief, which is not a good thing, because people, after grieving, like right now after the funeral, people are starting to question, why, William Ruto, did you pass those particular laws? And one of those particular laws are limiting the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press is going to be diminished. You know why? Because they are going to track your data, they are going to spy on you, and once they realize you are posting something on social media that they don't agree with it, they are going to jail you. And for your information, maybe you didn't hear this particular part. The laws that William Ruto passed, aka Mr. Gethenji, because that is the newest nickname in town, one of them suggests that if you speak or you make someone angry, you know, making someone's angry, that is quite controversial and a little different. So when you make someone angry, he can take you to court and you can be jailed for up to a maximum 10 years. So you write something to do with Gethenji on social media, on X, that I don't agree how Gethenji is going to overtake ODM and throw out people like Sakaja, or sorry, not Sakaja, people like Babu Owino and this senator, Edwin Sifuna. Because I heard from the speech whereby William Ruto said that he is going to take over ODM and he is not going to allow someone to leave ODM. You know, you are not going to allow. So you are going to enter there in a dictatorship mode. Because when you come to another person's house and you start to rule that particular house, you are not the owner, but you are another guy from outside. You come to another person's house, you start ruling that particular home, you take over everything, including their wife, and tell them, I'm not going to allow anyone to leave this particular house. Yet you are an intruder. You belong to UDA, but you are now moving to ODM. You're going to take control. It's a good thing from you. But from another person's perspective, it doesn't look good. It's not a good picture. I look at it and I'm just like, what kind of this particular mind does he has? Because you think that controlling ODM will make you the president 2027? It might be, but it will not force anyone to vote. You know, the person who they voted for was Raila Odinga. But right now, because he is not there, they are going to vote for someone else. Who says that they are going to vote for you? It's a good opportunity for you to prove that you are worth to be voted for. And also it is another opportunity for Kenyans to prove that you are nothing in front of them. That's why they have given you nicknames like Mr. Githinji. And for your information, for those asking, what does that particular nickname really mean? I'm going to tell you, Githinji is a Kikuyu name that only means a butcherman, a man who slaughters things is called Githinji. And then they are calling him Githinji the butcherman when you go out on TikTok or when you go on X, and you'll be like, so is this same guy who is controlling things that the way he wants, and he wants to take over a party from a foreign hero? He wants to kick out people. I'm sorry for that. But today, early in the morning, I had this particular conversation between, who is this particular guy? I had Samson Chelagay talking today in the morning, and the way he was talking, I didn't like him. Samson Chelagay is from UDA, but he is trying to promote this particular kind of violence inside ODM. I'm sorry for that, because he said this, that people like Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna should be kicked out of that particular party before November. And I was like, who are you, fella? You are an outsider and you are trying to talk about matters of ODM. Do you have even manners for yourself? You should not be talking. Who the fuck is this particular guy? A guy doesn't... You know, you should talk about matters pertaining UDA, not matters pertaining ODM. You know, that's the thing. Everyone to address something to do with their own house. Please, please, please. And I think this is high time I want to appeal to Oburu Oginga, the brother to late Raila Odinga, to call the party members together, because it seems like everyone is divided. It's high time you call people together, make them to face one particular direction and to have one particular voice. This division is too much. It's going to bring chaos inside the party. It is something that I don't like. I was checking at it and I was like, I'm so sorry. Baba, you are gone, but it seems like you have gone with your own party. ODM, the oldest party in the country. It is not the oldest, but the party with the most number of members. Do you know that ODM has 7 million registered members? 7 million registered members. So that means that if everyone votes for it in the coming government, is going to succeed. Those are a lot of people. 7 million. 7 million is a lot of people. But you know, majority of you will keep on disagreeing, agreeing, disagreeing at the same time. It'll keep on happening sometimes, and I will be like, oh my God, why is it happening to us today? Why is this particular kind of division we are experiencing it right now? Why? But you know, some of these particular questions, they seems like to be rhetorical questions, only to be answered by few months. But let me tell you something. The only mess we are seeing, it will be cleaned so easily coming soon. But you know what? Let us head up to Kitui, whereby Mashujaa is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, see you on the Kitui episode in a few minutes.